Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, to the Captain Show. I need to share this information with you. Okay, and I'll break down the facts. A neighbor that's down the street, put in $100,000 into crypto. Okay, he did it on five. He said five. I'm going to show you on the board here on what he did, and there's one that's unknown, but I'm kind of guessing what this could be. And he just did it. He just did it. I mentioned crypto to him. He'd never purchased crypto before. I said, hey, man, this is a time to consider buying crypto. And he asked me about low market cap cryptos. He asked me about the most popular cryptos. He also asked me about what are the best communities in cryptos. And he asked me about undervalued. This is 2 days ago. 2 days ago, up the street. He's like, yeah, I want to invest. I got a little money to throw around. Now, when he said a little money to throw around, I'm thinking like a few $100s, a few $1,000s. This was 2 days ago. Up the street, I'm like, few hundred dollars. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, $100. Depends what you want to look for. If you want to keep it really safe, and then go on Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana. And then I said, if you want something low market cap, why not SWP, Saitama Wolfpack, maybe Marbits, maybe Meme Link, maybe something really low market cap, tons of potential, great community. I just threw a few on, some pig. I threw a few up there. I threw a few cryptos there. Zen, I threw Zen there. So I was just throwing a few there, like low market caps, got good potential, good communities, good direction. Then I looked at some AI projects as well. He said he had let me phrase this. I'm thinking he had a few $100s to invest. Came out the blue. Listen, I want to invest in crypto. I feel like it's going to go up. And I'm like, how do you know? He's like, I've been watching the news, all that. Yeah, watching. No, he didn't say the news. He said he's been watching something. I don't know. So then he invests. He's like, I got my 5. I'm like, is this T-Mobile? He's like, I got my 5. I got my 5 cryptos I invested into. And I'm like, okay. And out of the blue, this guy, $100,000 he invested into. He's like, yeah, I put 100,000 on it. I'm like, 100,000? 100,000. $20,000 each. 5 cryptos. That's what he did. I'm thinking $500. He said $100,000. And then I start thinking, at first, I thought he was joking. Nah. He's telling the truth. Okay, so let me show you. I don't know if I can show you this. So I kind of went and kind of wrote this down because I'm like, I kind of need to write this down. All right, so here are the ones he did. Okay, this is what I was told. So 100,000 K neighbor. He did Shiba, which was this Shiba, 20K. Oh no, 20K. This is what he did. He did Shiba. He did Bitcoin. He did an unknown one, which I don't know what that is. Solana. And then another meme coin. That's what he did. That's what he did. $100,000, Shiba, Bitcoin, unknown, Solana, and then another meme coin. He did not tell me what the unknown was or the other meme coin. I tried to get it out of him. He's like, I can't tell you yet. But he did tell me Shiba, Bitcoin, and Solana. At first I said, no Ethereum? He's like, nah, he wasn't necessarily, I guess he did his research. I guess so. He's like, I feel Solana is a better play versus Ethereum. And I said, Shiba, how'd you come up with Shiba, not like Doge or Pepe? And he says he likes what Shiba's building behind the scenes. He's kind of like this Shibverse. And he's like, I feel like Shiba is building something more long-term. They're a meme coin, but they actually have a lot of utilities in the background versus Pepe and Doge. That's what he told me. I was like, man, this man doing research here. He's like, he did his research. Tell you, a neighbor who invested $100,000 in crypto. I speak to him 2 days ago. He was like, I'm thinking he was doing $500. He did $100,000 in crypto. And then he's like, I'm just going to put 5. I'm going to go with 5, 20K on each. The unknown one, he's like, I can't tell you yet. And another meme coin, he can tell you yet. I don't know what the unknown could have been. I don't know. I know I'm not sure what the unknown is. And I was trying to figure out what that is. I'm not sure what the unknown is. But the meme coin could be a low market cap. I'm going to find out. I'll do another video and find out. I'll find out what the unknown is and the meme coin. I'll find those two things out and do an upgrade because he didn't tell me he had to run. I don't know. A lot of stuff is going on. I don't know. I asked. I was like, man, what are the other two? Because I gave him a couple of low market cap. He's like, yeah, SWP. I talked about this common will pack. Like, man, put 20K in there, 10K in there, 5K in there. I said Marbits. I said Zen. I said Sunpig. I said Lingo. We mentioned Meme Link with the burns, with a burn percentage. So I don't know if he's done it or he's about to. So I'm gonna remind you on a few picks, on a few plays, low market cap point and some of the high market cap. I was surprised he didn't do Ethereum. I'm really surprised he didn't do Ethereum. I'm really surprised he didn't do like a chain link or Avalanche, because I believe he's an engineer. So I'm like, maybe invest in things that you're more closer to. I'm really shocked. Shiba was his first purchase. So he put 20K in Shiba. He said 20K, and it wasn't Bitcoin. Shiba was his first purchase because the way he was telling me, he's like, I like what they're doing behind the scenes. He's like, he likes where the shitverse or metaverse, what they're doing. He's like the fact that it's meme, but I can relate to it. And I think he has a dog. Does he? No, I think his parents may have a dog because I didn't see a dog. But I think his parents may have a dog. It could be some type of a Shiba, I think. I think his parents has one. I think somebody in his family has one. I didn't see no dog. So that's why I was surprised. Because normally people invest into like dog tokens where they can kind of relate with. At least when I've seen the people that's not really into crypto, they tend to invest in things that they're more familiar with. Oh, that cute little dog. I'll buy the tokens. That's what I normally see sometimes. The people who's not really into it, they either get something that they relate to or they buy because it's really, really hyped up or something like that. Or they heard about it. Somebody told me about it. So his first purchase was 20K in Shiba. And I was like, not Bitcoin? He's like, Bitcoin was his second choice. He says Bitcoin is more of a safer pick. He's like, Bitcoin's safe. It's not going anywhere. And it's, he was saying it's undervalued. I think Bitcoin is undervalued, if you ask me. I think all these cryptos is undervalued right now. I think 90% of them are undervalued, in my opinion, because everything is down from where they were not that long ago. So I think a lot of these cryptos are down. He's like, Bitcoin going away. He said he wanted a safe pick. Then the third one was a unknown one. So I wasn't sure. So far, if you just check it in, I had a neighbor down the street. He put $100,000 into crypto. He's like, I'm going all in on crypto. And this is his first time. He never bought a crypto. He kind of talked about it, but never did it. He didn't do it last year. Didn't do it, last month. 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days, 2 days ago. 100,000 in crypto, literally 100,000, maybe a little bit more with the fees and stuff, but 100,000 in crypto. He bought Shiba was his first choice. Bitcoin was his second choice because it's a safe pick. Unknown one, I need to find out what that is. So I don't know if it was just one or several in that unknown. So I just put 20K unknown. He didn't tell me. He's like, I can't tell you that right now. So I don't know if it's like it's some top secret. I don't know. I threw a couple of plays at him, early plays, that has good community because he, all that kind of stuff, low market cap type things. And then you have Solana. He did pay 20 Solana. He said he had to decide between Solana and Ethereum. He chose Solana. One, he felt like it was cheaper. He does like the faster transactions on Solana. So he chose Solana versus Ethereum, a little bit slower. And he's like the low fees on Solana was also attracting to him. And he saw what was built on Solana. Obviously, a bunch of meme projects, but he starts seeing more professional, I won't say professional, more different types of projects. So he was like, I kind of could see a shift or just an addition towards there because he chooses between Solana, Ethereum, and Tron. I'm like, how did Tron get in there? He's like, Tron, Tron is kind of up and comer one, doesn't get a lot of attention, but it's got some potential there, with Justin Sun at the head of it. So he chooses Solana. Between Shiba, Pepe, and Doge, he's like, it was between those three. He chose Shiba over Pepe and Doge. In terms of Bitcoin, it was no comparison. It was just Bitcoin didn't have a variant. It was just Bitcoin. It was just Bitcoin. Unknown one. Then he chose Solana over Ethereum and Tron. And then another meme coin for $20,000. Now, that meme coin, I feel like it's an undervalued low cap. That's what I think it is. Okay. So that's what I think it is. He didn't tell me about the unknown one. The unknown one could be a gaming project, an AI, maybe a RWA, like a real world asset type token. That's what I'm thinking it could be that one. And then the meme coin, I think it's just something that, maybe a low cap, whatever. Because Shiba's already proven, Bitcoin's proven, and Solana proven. So he's got 3 proven ones. So he's got 20K in Shiba, 20K in Bitcoin, 20K in Solana. So those 3 are pretty proven. They've been around quite some time. People familiar with it. The volume is still pretty good, even at these conditions. They're still pretty good. It's lower than normal. I get it, but people are still trading it. The unknown one's got to be something that he hasn't. It's got to be something that he likes, but it doesn't get a lot of light or something. Because the reason why I say that, though, he would have told me, oh, I bought Chainlink. Oh, I bought Avalanche. Oh, I bought, Ondo or something like that. He didn't say it. Now, I brought up a few of them ideas like, hey, if you like AI projects, you may want to check some of these out. So he didn't say that. And then the meme coin, where I'm wondering what that is. I believe the meme coin could be 2 instead of 1, but I don't know. I'll find out. I'll do another video to find out what the unknown one that he spent with 20K, and then the meme coin that he spent with 20K. So it's 40K. I don't really know, but we do know Shiba, Bitcoin, and Solana. We do know that. 2 days ago, neighbor decided to just jump in crypto. He's been following crypto. He said the news. I guess news. I guess the news. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. So he said he's pretty excited about it. He actually said he's doing pretty good. I mean, obviously nothing has kind of lift off yet, but he said he's doing pretty good. I wonder if the unknown one in the meme coin one, I wonder if that was the one he's doing. Because I think I threw some SWP, say Tom Woodpack. I was like, man, get in there, good community. I throw it in Marbids, I throw in Meme Link, Sunpin. The ones I like and the ones I'm investing into, I've talked to him about it. I've talked to him about a few other ones that I've seen around as well. And I was like, I mentioned it to him. He was like, okay. He did one of those. Okay. Smart guy. I believe an engineer. I never really asked him, but I think he is. Never asked. But it's just a neighbor. We just kind of passed by, whatever. And he was like, yeah, man, I want to mention something to you. I put $100,000 in crypto. I'm like, he didn't mention to me. He said he invested in crypto. I thought he said $500, but he eventually told me 100,000. So he didn't start out saying, I put 100,000 to crypto. He literally said, I invest into crypto. He said, I have some money to throw around. I'm thinking like, $500, 1,000, a few hundred. I'm like, he said 100,000. I'm like, 100,000? What? At first, I'm thinking he might just bought Bitcoin and then put the rest of it into a meme. That's what I thought. In my head, I'm thinking when he said 100,000. He said, no, I put 5. He said 5. He said 5. He said Shiba, Bitcoin, and Solana. Didn't tell me the other two. And he said, now what he told me, he's been doing his research for a while. He's been doing research for a while. He's been following it. He's been getting his money together. And he said, I'm going to go with Bitcoin, Shiba, and Solana. He said he's going to go with those 3. He said it's good to have a meme coin that proven with the market cap. He said Bitcoin is the king of, it's the king of crypto. It's the face. It's not going anywhere. You're going to have a lot of people always buying Bitcoin. And he said Solana because he likes the transaction speed. He likes the low fees. He likes the fact that where it's going with the development. I'm a big fan of Solana. I do like Solana. I do. I like Ethereum as well. But I understand. I understand this point. But my thing is, why 20K? Why 20K? Now, what he said, and this is the last thing I actually got a chance to talk to him because I was trying to get him to mention what meme coin what other meme coin did you buy, and what's the unknown one you bought. Now, what he said, this is what he said. He said, because he doesn't necessarily, and it makes sense. He said, I don't want to have 10 to 15 different cryptos to be worrying about. He said 5 is simple. Look in his wallet, look at his portfolio. I can see 5. I can track 5 instead of 10 or 15. He's like, just 5. Give me 5, 20K each. Boom. That's it. 20K each. Shiba, Bitcoin, Solana, unknown, and unknown one, and then a meme coin. So I'm going to find out what those 2 is. I'll do an updated video of what the neighbor did. $100,000. Now, what happens next? Now, what he said, he's just going to track it. The 3 he picked, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's proven. They're not going anywhere. Solana's not going anywhere. Shiba's not going anywhere. Bitcoin's not going anywhere, obviously. So I think the 3 out of 5, I mean, you couldn't go wrong with those 3. I mean, obviously. The unknown one, I got to see what that is. It could be a crypto I've never heard of. It could be 2 into 1. Who knows? And then the meme coin, I'm guessing it's something. I believe it's something that is it's untapped, low market cap. I'm thinking it's one of those because if he put 20K into something or getting ready to, I mean, he said he already did it. He said he already did it. I feel like maybe he's about to do it. I don't know. So he said he already did it. He's like, yep, I already did it. So, wow. Yeah, 100,000. And the guy was smart. He waited. He's like, I waited weeks. He's like, I waited weeks. I kind of watched what was going on. He paid attention. He didn't act on it really quick. He didn't act on it fast. You know what? He was a prime example as a real investor. And he told me why he invested into him. He's like, Shiba, I like what they're doing behind the scenes. He's like, he's a big fan of the Shiba ecosystem with Bone, Leash. Now, I did ask him, you bought Shiba, why didn't you buy Bone and Leash? And he was just like, well, I mean, I feel like Shiba is the head of the ecosystem. And he said nothing against Bone and Leash, but he was like, I think with Shiba, I'm more safer, I guess, because Bone and Leash is going to depending on what Shiba does. But he said Bone and Leash is an alternative. It may be something he may get later on down the line. He did say that. He says it's not a bad pick. Maybe he takes some of that profit and move it to Bone and Leash. I'm guessing on that last part. I don't know. But he did say he'd consider it down the road, which makes sense. So why not get the whole ecosystem? I think Treat's part of that as well. But Bone and Leash and Shiba is what it was started with the Shiba swap. And then with Bitcoin, he's like, there's no comparison. You can't compare Bitcoin to really anything from what he said. I did ask him, why not XRP? I'm surprised he did not get XRP. I am really surprised. He was like, you know what? He's like, he did give me an answer, what's making me thinking maybe the unknown is XRP. He didn't give me an answer why XRP. He's like, nah. I was like, I'm still researching. He's like, he's still researching. That was it. So I wonder if XRP is the unknown one. But why didn't he tell me what I'm gonna do? You know, what I'm gonna do? But he had a really good answer why. It was really good. And this is a person who's never invested. He's like, I just researched it for weeks and kind of decided I got 100,000. I'm gonna put them in here and see what happens. Now he did Solana because he liked the speed. He liked the fees are low, and he's like he just likes where things are going with the technology. He said, I like where it's going, so I'm gonna get Solana. Now I did ask him what his game plan was, real quick. That was in the middle. He said he's still trying to decide how long he's going to do this. So I'll do updated video if you want to know what he decides, how long and things like that. He's like, I'm still trying to figure all that kind of out. I'm guessing the bull run of 2025, 26 is where he'll probably be taking profit. That was my guess. But taking profit now, hell no. Nah, he ain't taking no profit right now. He'll be a fool. You know. And he just got in. Like, why would he take profits? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. But smart dude, real smart dude. So I'll find out like with this, look a little game plan. We can kind of trade information. I can kind of show it. And Solana he really likes. I think out of the ones that he really, really talked about, he likes, it was Solana. He's like, I really like Solana, man, because like I really like where it's going. I do. And the Solana dropped in price, so he got Solana. So I don't know, man. Yeah, I was excited to do this because I was like, dropped $100,000 into crypto, and then what happens next? Well, what I think is going to happen next, he's going to manage the ones he has, and then he'll start making decisions on what he wants to do forward. I know Shiba that he considered getting bone and leash down the road. Bitcoin, I think he's going to hold Bitcoin forever. That 20K is going to eventually grow. The unknown one, I don't know. I'll show you the list. This is what he did. So this is what he did here. So he did 100K, neighbor invest. So I even put that in there, invested. So he invested these. He did Shiba, Bitcoin 20K, unknown, which I don't know. I don't know what that unknown is. And then the meme coin, I don't know what this is. I tried to get it. He just didn't tell me. The unknown could be something I already know or it's been out there. Maybe he just didn't want to say anything. My guess is he said he got it. I think he's still researching. I think he's going to put 20K on the unknown one, 20K on the meme coin. That's what I think. But he said, I got it. Because why else would you not tell me? Well, okay, I don't know why he won't tell. He's like, I just, I'll tell you later, that kind of thing. I still think he's still researching the unknown one. He says unknown, and then the meme coin. So neighbor drop 100K. Just wanted to show you. Invested in here. Now I mentioned Satana Woodpack, SWP. I mentioned Meme Link. I mentioned some of the Zen. I mentioned a lot of different ones there that to check out with good communities going in good direction. I mean, right now they're just they're still building. So I don't know if he's going to or not, but you know how it is. You kind of don't want to tell somebody because then, somebody might tell you. But I mean, obviously, if you put 20K into a low market cap meme, obviously things are going to happen. People are going to get crazy and excited. I mean, think about it. You put 20K into a $1 million market cap project. Yeah, people are going to feel it. They're going to feel it. But sometimes people can take advantage of that too. But I don't think he's one of those type of people that's like that. He's like, hey, I'm just going to keep moving. But I think this is a smart idea. He said he had 100K. This is an addition. So it wasn't like he was spending his rent and mortgage, his life savings. It was just that he's like, it's additional money he's been kind of using or have. And he said, I'm going to go all in crypto. He feel like this is going to happen. Very smart. Let me bring it up again. So this is what he did. 100K neighbor, invested 20K, 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 and 20K. And I'm trying to find out what is that unknown in that meme coin. Very smart. Shiba, Bitcoin, Solana, unknown, and a meme coin. I do know it's a meme coin. I do know that meme coin or meme coins. Who knows? The unknown one could be XRP, could be yeah, maybe it's Ethereum, maybe he changed his mind. I don't know. He didn't mention Ethereum. He's like, he had Solana, Ethereum, Tron. It's like he had a list of them. So I guess he was thinking about blockchain or whatever, and he said, let me just pick the better one that he thinks it is. And then Shiba, he had Shiba, Pepe, Doge. I think it was just those three. And then he chose Shiba. And he had meme coin. I'm not sure what that is. So, but yeah, it's exciting time. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I did bring up SWP Saitama Wolfpack. I did bring it up several times. I brought up Sunpig, brought up Zen, brought up Meme Link, brought up Meme Link a couple of times because Pablo Crow and the burns and percentage. I did bring that up. The burn percentage is high, like 93%. I mean, my goodness, you put 20K in that, bro. And then what did I mention? Yeah. He said he got a plan. He's like, well, I think he's working on the plan, to be honest with you. I think he's kind of working on the plan. But we'll see here. This is exciting. This is exciting stuff, man. $100,000 invested into this. And the thing about it, though, was he already had, like, when I started talking to him, it wasn't a lot of hesitation. You know how somebody be like, I got it, but I hope it goes up. He was like, I put it in there, I'm good. He ain't gonna be one of those people. Why is it down? Why are people dumping? Nah, man. That man, he's like, I put it in there, I'm good. So my guess, he's gonna wait several months before he does anything with this. He's like, I put it in there, I'm good. I'm good. 100K. And I think he'll obviously watch it and manage it. I will assume he is, but the neighbor, he put Shiba, Bitcoin, Solana. He really talked about those three, kind of like his foundation pieces, and the unknown, the meme coin. Those could be the more high risk ones. So those two could be the more high risk. Now Shiba, Bitcoin, Solana is kind of like his foundation. He likes it. So, and he didn't hesitate. He's like, man, Shiba goes down, I'm good. He said, because I know Shiba's going to go back up. Same thing with Bitcoin, same with Solana. He's not worried about that. I don't know if he just, see, a lot of times, we don't really plan. We just ape in, and then it goes down. We start freaking out, start blaming everybody, and, all this negativity. And he's like, it goes down, good. I'm so fine. Like, it's money I'm willing to lose. 100,000 though, yeah. I was like, okay. So, but he had a pretty, he felt pretty good about it. I mean, he wasn't like negative or anything like that. He's very, very positive. Out of the ones, he really likes Solana. And it was Solana, Bitcoin, Shiba in that order. And he really likes it. I was like, man, all right, let's track it. Let's see what happens. It was 2 days ago. 2 days ago. 2 days ago, yeah. Out of the blue, he's like, yeah, I'm all in on crypto. I thought he put $500 in. Around $500. I thought it was like 500 to 1,000. He's like, I'll put a little money in. A little money, 100K? He's like, yeah. Wow, I mean, he's down the street. Down the street down there. Yep. I ain't gonna be bothering and be like, hey man, how you doing? Nah. But I was like, yeah, man. Absolutely. So, all right, that's all I got, guys. Is the 100K neighbor invested. That's the topic. Yeah. What will happen next? Shit, this man may be. I think depending on what he does with that unknown. That unknown, that meme coin, I think that's his biggest things for the explosive gains, because Bitcoin, he's not going to get explosive gains with Bitcoin, or Shiba or Solana. He may not, because he got it, the explosive gain would have gotten it like a few years ago, if you want explosive gains, right? If those three. But that unknown, that meme, if that thing is a low potential, good community, good leadership, has that opportunity to expand, oh yeah. Because he got his foundation, he's got his foundation one, and then he has this high risk, obviously, but low market cap, great potential, all those type of things that we look for all the time. So neighbor invested $100,000. This man's about to be rich. He's gonna be rich. It's based on what he got. He's got a chance. I feel like so, but I'm gonna find out what they are, and then we'll go ahead and do it. Because and in terms of being like rich, he wasn't like, he's like, man, we'll be fine. Man was cool as a cucumber. I was like, my type of guy. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. Adam Shelton, the captain. I'll see you in the next video.